controls it, gets an overhead kick, finds King. King being tracked by Mulwiney. Ball played across towards the edge of the area. Callum Davidson backs off. There's a nice little overlap, but it's not Reed, and a Henderson goal! Henderson puts Watford into the lead. Plenty of players forward, not a Watford player in the Preston half of the field as Mulwiney pushes the ball across to his left to Luketti. Luketti bringing the ball forward. Players from North End running off the ball, trying to make themselves available. This is Dixon Atuhu. Into McKenna, back to Atuhu. O'Neill to the right of Atuhu, goes to McKenna. Phil McKenna turns and checks, brings the ball back and then plays it forward to Sedgwick, trying to get away from his mark, and Nugent just outside the area. Down goes the shoulder, Nugent gets in a shot, and there's the ball. It's in the back of the net. David Nugent, a tremendous strike, just as he did on this ground last season. It was engineered initially by Paul McKenna and Sedgwick. The ball played through. David Nugent picked the ball up, really sized up the situation, and then sent a lovely shot wide of the keeper into the bottom of the net. So Preston North End kept up the pressure, and the North End supporters behind that goal salute Preston North End's first goal of the season from hot shot David Nugent. And it's Watford in possession down the right-hand side again. The tall figure of Henderson is in the box. The ball is played in low, and Nash comes and gathers that ball low down, bowls it away to Sedgwick to start a North End attack midway inside the Watford half. Ball played inside to, nicely touched on by Atuhu, and Atuhu racing forward. Atuhu going into the area. Has he got to finish? He may have overrun it. Oh, it's a goal! Dixon Atuhu, a barnstorming goal. It looked for a moment as though he'd overrun the ball, but he took the ball on, and with a blistering left-footed shot has left the keeper completely helpless. The North End players celebrate, but that really was a goal started by Carlo Nash. The ball through on a chance for David Nugent. Oh, and North End has scored! It was a mix-up in the Derby defence between goalkeeper Lee Camp and Andy Davis. A harmless ball played into the air. There was really absolutely nothing on. But then David Nugent appeared on the scene, picked up the loose ball, and in the flash, he had the ball in the back of the net. A really tremendous strike by David Nugent. Mulwiney, the Frenchman, looks up, clips the ball forward, looking for Dixon Atuhu, nodded down. McKenna just outside the area, takes it on his chest. That was very well read by Richard Jackson, I have to say. But it's Derby County coming forward. Bishgard. Derby still coming forward with Tommy Smith to Pesky Shalido. It's Tommy Smith going in the area. Good stop by Mulwiney. The ball still bobbling around in the area. And Derby County, it looks as though Derby have got a penalty. Well, absolutely amazing. Pesky Shalido was the man who went down in that skirmish. The Derby fans are on their feet. Brian O'Neill appeals against it. So does Carlo Nash and Graham Alexander. Idiakis comes forward for Derby County and scores! Idiakis puts Derby County back on level terms. Ingemarson lifts it forward, one for Callum Davidson to chase. And the ball played into McKenna. He finds Dixon Atuhu, a short ball to Mulwiney, just outside the edge of the North End area. A poor one from Mulwiney, that's a rarity. Convey with a run at the Preston North End goal. A chance now, Lita. Oh, and he puts the ball in the net. Lita opens the scoring. A rare mistake by Mulwiney. And away we go for this second half. Graham Alexander for Preston North End launches the ball up towards the edge of the Reading area. Ball headed away. And it's Convey who places the ball forward. Chris Luketti, and there's a chance now for Reading in the opening minute of the second half. And there's goal number 2. Right in front of the Reading supporters again. It's Leroy Lita. Again, it was Bobby Convey. Played the ball over the head of Chris Luketti. on the halfway line. The ball into the middle of the park to Harper. A good run by Convey, created of the 2 goals, gets it into Kitson, just on the edge of the box. Plays it back, Convey it is, to Sidwell, out to the left-hand side to Shorey. North End under a bit of pressure. Shorey delivers the ball into the back post, and there's number... Oh no, yes it is! It's goal number 3. Glenn Little arrives at the back post, and he thunders a header into the back of the net. North End bring the ball forward. David Nugent fouled, and this is a free kick for Preston North End. Now this could be a training ground routine. I'm not really sure how much Paddy Kenny can see from this one as McKenna gets through, gets in a shot. Oh, goal! Paul McKenna with an absolute barnstormer of a goal.
Beautiful goal. The funny thing is we've been practicing free kick at the end of the training session yesterday, and he didn't really score any. I think I don't think he scored any actually yesterday, but most important thing he scored today, and what a goal! But beautiful.
Another long throw into the area. The ball helped on. Oh, and Sheffield United have got the goal back. It's Shipley. It's in the dying seconds of the first half. The goalkeeper comes right out of his area for this one and slams it away downfield. Claude Davis challenges Shaw. Referee says it's a free kick. All 11 players back to defend it. The free kick delivered in. Nash stays on his line into the back post. Ball nodded back inside, and Sheffield United again, and they've got the winner. Sheffield United with Danny Webber just toe pokes the ball in at the back post. Patrick Adjiman goes down in a heap. The referee says play on, and Barnsley do exactly that, but they give the ball away to North End. Jones in the centre circle. Sedgwick makes himself available down the right-hand side. Ball played into Nugent, touches the ball on. Ball into the path of Dickie-O, and there it is! Dickie-O at last gets the goal. The goal which has been coming from the opening minute. An inspired substitution by the Preston North End manager. And Preston North End at last have got the goal which has been coming from the very first minute. And now, what is left in the Barnsley tank? Barnsley just outside the North End area. Luchetti gets in a challenge. The referee says play on, and North End get the ball away. But then Paul McKenna, a little bit of misunderstanding between him and Jones. Barnsley getting into the area, and it's Carbon and Mears. Mears does very well indeed. Puts that ball away, but it's Robbie Williams again inside the North End area. Plays the ball in, and it's in the net. Barnsley are level. Barnsley are back on level terms. Sedgwick down that right-hand side tries to find McKenna. The ball is played forward again, and the flag stays down. It's Barnsley racing in the area. The linesman not at all up with it, but it's Barnsley coming into the area. Ball played in, and Barnsley are in front. Barnsley take the lead, and again it's that man Burns. North End with Davis. North End have just got to push everybody forward now as Alexander lifts the ball up towards the edge of the area. Dickie-O is underneath it, knocks it down. Comes to Sedgwick just outside the area. First touch let him down, but Sedgwick taking the ball into the area, leaves it to Mears. Penalty clear, it's a penalty! Preston North End have got a penalty. What drama we have got here at Deepdale. A clear handball in the box. The linesman on the far side flags. At last something has gone Preston North End's way. Alexander, Barnsley lead 2-1. Not anymore, they don't. Preston North End back on level terms. The Iceman, Graham Alexander, relieves the frustration here at Deepdale. It's Preston North End 2, it's Barnsley 2. Graham Alexander just wipes the ball, puts it on the penalty spot. Colgan stands on his line. The referee says take the penalty. Alexander comes forward and scores! Graham Alexander makes it 1-0 for Preston North End in this penalty shootout. And Barnsley take their penalty, and that's 1-1. Put away with some style by Robbie Williams. Sedgwick coming forward and scores! Preston North End lead 2-1. Conlon versus Nash. Conlon comes forward and scores! 2-2. The drama, the excitement, it all goes on. Colgin stands on his line. Dickie O comes forward and scores! 3-2 for Preston North End. The pendulum swings in Preston North End's favour. Carlo Nash on his line, and that ball's in the net. 3-3. Brian O'Neill goes back a couple of paces. The keeper stands on his line, and he saves it! Brian O'Neill, his penalty has been saved. Carlo Nash stands on his line, and he scores. Barnsley lead 4-3. Jones comes forward and scores. And now the responsibility is with Carlo Nash. Barnsley with this penalty. And there it is, and Barnsley score, and they go through to the second round of the Carling Cup in quite dramatic and mind-blowing circumstances. Jones plays the ball into the area. Oh, Mawhinney arrived on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it was a flying header from the Frenchman. He was beautifully picked up by Jones. A lovely run by Mawhinney. In the end, he got just underneath it. We expected the net to bulge. And here's Preston coming away with Jones, looking for some support. Still Jones, Nugent and Medici. This could be the opener. David Nugent going in, and goal! Preston North End take the lead. David Nugent in front of the Ipswich supporters. It was the most delightful ball played in by David Jones after North End had survived an attack at the other end of the ground. David Jones played the most delightful ball, a wonderfully weighted pass, and David Nugent took the ball on as calm as you like, and as the goalkeeper advanced, he just played the ball beyond the keeper. North End with players in the box if the ball can be delivered. Nugent just outside the area, still Nugent going into the area, and David Nugent has made it number 2! A second goal for David Nugent. And if that doesn't silence the Ipswich Town supporters, I don't know what on earth will. A goal of supreme quality, engineered by Paul McKenna, and then beautifully manufactured by Nugent himself. A lovely bit of individual skill, and Nugent, from a difficult angle, smacks the ball beyond the keeper, and North End really are cruising at the moment. Nugent with 3 men around him, looks for some support, finds it in McKenna. North End will just play down the whistle, but they are still trying to come forward to get a third goal. Tyrone Mears on this left-hand side. Ball pushed inside to Jones. Dickie-O does a 1-2. Jones going in the area, and there's number 3! David Jones slams in a third goal for Preston North End, and North End are absolutely running riot here at Portman Road. The entire nation is watching, and North End absolutely toying with Ipswich Town. Lewis, this is quite devastating.
To be honest, it's quite unbelievable. We're absolutely running riot, to be honest, down here. There's another great move, and I'm really pleased for David Jones, who was a great little 1-2 with Deach and a great finish. So yeah, couldn't ask for any more. It's been brilliant.
Joe Royal screaming out his instructions to his players, but I think it's something of a lost cause for the Tractor boys. Chris Luchetti, another good header away up towards the halfway line. Richards plays it forward. Graham Alexander clears it away. Brian O'Neill wins it. And in the end, it's Chris Luchetti who lifts it forward. One for Patrick Agyemang to chase. Agyemang with the stronger legs. Agyemang going in. And there's number 4. Patrick Agyemang knocks in number 4 for Preston North End. And almost as one man, the Ipswich Town supporters head for the exits. Patrick Agyemang of the fresh legs comes on, wins the race through the middle of the park, and as cool as you like, plays the ball into the net. Beautiful finishing by Agyemang. Preston North End lead by 4-0.
It's always nice to score, and it was a crucial goal really, because to make it 3-0 it really put them under pressure to come at us and try and create things. So yeah, it was a good 1-2 with Deitch, and just luckily managed to put it in the corner.
Carlo Nash, who clears it away downfield. Danny Dichio challenges for the ball. This time he wins the aerial duel. Jones plays it on. Nugent just outside the area, and Nugent is brought down, and this is a position of danger for Millwall. It's about 2 yards outside the D. McKenna having a look at this. Could be a training ground routine. Jones comes forward, hits in a shot. Goal! Jones scores a tremendous goal for Preston North End, and the travelling army of support go absolutely ballistic. Preston North End take the lead, and for the second time in as many matches, David Jones scores for Preston North End. Figueroa does well, and now it's a break by Livermore through the middle of the park. Still Livermore challenged by Matt Hill, and that'll be not only will it be a free kick, it'll be a booking for Matt Hill. Figueroa played the ball nicely forward. Not really sure how much Carlo Nash can see behind this. I think Hutchison is going route 1. Oh, a wonderful strike by Don Hutchison. The ball right into the bottom left-hand corner. Carlo Nash seemed to misjudge the bounce of it. Sanguero racing. Graham Alexander of the fresh legs come tackling back, but Sanguero still has possession, looks for some support. Still Sanguero plays the ball back to Barry Hales just outside the area, and Hales gets in a shot, and Carlo Nash makes a spectacular save from that one. And the ball looked as though it was destined to the far corner of the net, but Carlo Nash took off after it and made a wonderful save, and it's North End now on the attack. Patrick Agyemang pushes the ball into a Tuhu. Oh, the lucky ricochet gets it to Agyemang. Agyemang going into the area, and he scores! Patrick Agyemang has restored Preston North End's lead. Something of a lucky ricochet off Dixon Tuhu. The ball bounced away. Agyemang had 3 players around him, but he kept his cool, and as calm as you like, as the goalkeeper advanced, he just steered the ball past the goalkeeper's left. David, you're making a habit of this goal scoring?
Yeah, I'm delighted today with, obviously, first of all, the win, but it was good to get a goal as well, yeah.
And the free kick, it looked from upstairs as though Paul McKenna was going to hit it.
Yeah, I had to sort of persuade him not from taking it, because he took one a few weeks ago and scored, but I fancied it. I thought it was a good chance to whip it round the wall as opposed to sort of over the wall, and thankfully it went in. You
came on with fresh legs. Talk us through the goal.
Ball got played to me on the left. Defenders tried to barge me off the ball. I've dummied him, ran past him, and passed it to Dixon on the halfway line. Ran past him, Dixon passed it back to me. I've knocked it past another defender, and then outside my right boot, hit into the bottom right corner.
Graham Branches plays the ball back towards McGreal at the halfway line. Ball played forward. North End need to keep their concentration. Well, it looked like a handball by Noel Williams. Harley comes forward, and then this is pure pantomime, but I'm sure that it's intended to distract North End's attentions. And oh, what a miss by Harley! The ball found its way through a wall, left Harley with a clear shot at goal, and he made an absolute mess of it, but that was pure pantomime. A lot of action in the area. The cross delivered in. Chris Luchetti. Oh, Luketti brings a very good save from the keeper, and David Nugent just couldn't turn that across goal. As Chris Luketti going up at the back post, just as he did in the first half, a lovely headed down. The goalkeeper just managed to get down and claw the ball away, and that was an anxious moment. But it's in the goal scoring department that Preston North End have really got to apply themselves. And what is the remainder of this? You can understand that the players really are trying their best, maybe trying just a little bit too hard perhaps, and I rather think we're going to see Chris Sedgwick brought off. Annie Insar, who looks as though he's coming on. Oh, as Graham Alexander's caught in possession, a chance now for Stoke City. Ball played in, this could be the opener, and it is! Stoke City take the lead. Graham Alexander with a rare mistake, and Paul Gallagher just plays the ball beyond Carlo Nash. So Stoke City take the lead here at Deepdale. It's corner kick from Preston North End. Paul McKenna to take it. Plays the ball into the area. Chris Luketti with the head. That's a goal! That ball was in the net. Chris Luketti has scored for Preston North End. The goalkeeper came for a cross that was never his, and Chris Luketti at the back post sent a header storming goalwards, and the ball was definitely over the line before it was cleared out. Then string the players out across the edge of the area. It's a short ball played inside. Butterfield trying to get space for the shot, and he's got his shirt tugged back by Sedgwick. So that's going to be another booking for North End. The booking's coming thick and fast. So Graham Alexander just trying to calm things down. Crystal Palace, and there's Chris Luketti getting involved in the action now. There's a bit of a push between Morrison, and now Danny Dichio gets in, and there's a little bit of pushing going on between Dichio and Morrison. The referee has seen this. I don't think he likes it, and there's a red card for Danny Dichio. That really is absolutely amazing. It was no more than a bit of pushing going on, and Preston North End bench very, very animated indeed, but it is a red card for Danny Dichio. There was pushing going on between Morrison, so if Dichio goes, Morrison surely has to go. North End will really have to keep very, very close to Butterfield. He loves getting away down that right-hand side, and he's such a dangerous player. There's a ball kicked in. Well, amazingly, it's another red card. What on earth is going on? It's Claude Davis who's going to be sent off. He cleared the ball away in that challenge with Dougie Freedman. Well, this is absolutely amazing. Again, North End continue to retreat. Butterfield into the Preston half of the field, lifted into the edge of the area. Ball is touched down, a chance there, and the ball excellently saved by Carlo Nash. And in the end, it's Matt Hill who gets it away, but that really was another opportunity for Crystal Palace. Somehow, Preston North End are surviving this. How much longer can they hold Palace out? Right, lifts the ball into the area. The ball, well, it went off the head of Callum Davidson and behind for another corner kick. Corner kick to Crystal Palace. Delivered into a crowded area. Up go the heads. Ward, and it's got to go! But surely that was an offside against Morrison. The ball was headed in by Ward, and it was touched on by Morrison. Carlo Nash plays the ball across the night sky. The Kenilworth Road. The flag stays down. This could be a chance for Luton. And there's the ball, and that ball's in the net. Luton have scored. It's Warren Feeney. A goal out of absolutely nothing. Throws the ball inside, picked up by Coyne, floats the ball into a crowded area. Up go the heads, and there's number 2. That ball headed home. As the ball is played forward, Danny Dichio can't reach it. Dixon are 2 who can, and in the end it's played forward by Chris Coyne, and Matt Hill has got some defending to do. Chris Luketti, ball played to the edge here. Howard, goal! That's a third goal for Luton Town. It took a wicked deflection, and Howard has made it Luton Town 3, Preston North End 0. The most wicked deflection took the ball away from Carlo Nash. And this free kick drilled in. Ball headed on, ball nodded away, and in the end, chance there for Dennis Wise. Ball headed away by Davidson. Oh, it's a goal for Southampton, and the ball was deflected wide of Callum Davidson. Davidson available, but the Jones picks out Lewis Neal into the edge of the area. Dicchio touches it to Patrick Agyemang, and Agyemang, oh, goal! Preston North End have scored. Patrick Agyemang with a stunning shot, hit on the turn, and the ball crashed against the underside of the crossbar and bounced down over the line. So Preston North End, quite deservedly, back on level terms. Lee Cook is over the ball, so is Gallon. But Chitu comes forward, hits in a shot, puts it well wide, but have taken a deflection on the way, says the referee. The cross delivered in, and the ball's in the net. It's a goal for Queen's Park Rangers, and all the trouble in there was caused by big George Santos, who got in the way of Carlo Nash. Still, we haven't had the signal from the fourth official. Sometimes we don't get one. Now the ball is with Gallon coming forward for Rangers. You can sense the frustration in the Preston North End supporters as Tyrone Mears comes forward for North End. Still Mears gets a lucky ricochet. Mears going into the area. Still Mears, and that ball is cleared away for a corner kick. An excellent run by Tyrone Mears. What can North End do in the time remaining? North End's goalkeeper comes forward in support of the corner. Into the area, up go the head, the ball bobbling away. Ball headed back inside, a goal! Preston North End have scored! Mawini it is who got the touch for Preston North End. All sorts of confusion in that Queen's Park Rangers defence as Carlo Nash arrived on the scene, and North End look at least to have salvaged the point. Gal Mawini back in the Preston North End side this afternoon, and the ball floated in, and in that crowded 6-yard box, Mawini has got the equaliser, but is there enough time left? Kumas lines it up, he knows exactly where it's going. Kumas comes forward, plays the ball in. Oh, and the ball hit the angle of post and crossbar. It appeared to take a deflection, and the ball is in the net. Cardiff City have taken the lead. Scored from a very, very difficult angle. And here come North End again. Just get the impression that North End can do something about this. Adam Nolan coming forward, still Nolan, plays the ball, chance for North End, Tyrone Mears, and that ball's in the net. Tyrone Mears has put Preston North End back on level terms, all engineered by Adam Nolan, just as we were saying that North End could get back on level terms.
Fantastic finish from Ty, great play by Adam Nolan to put him in, and I think it's their first shot on target, I think, and we've been saying it all day that they need to hit the target, and Ty's done that now, and it's a great goal.
Kumas just lines it up, comes forward, plays in a shot. Oh, what a goal! Jason Kumas scores a goal of absolute quality. Alexander with the corner kick. A crowded area. The ball played in, up go the heads, and that ball spins away to Callum Davidson on the left-hand side of the box. Floated back inside, up go the heads. The ball played in, a scramble in the area, the ball bobbling around, and North End get the ball in the net. North End are level. Preston North End for the second time are back on level terms. Just trying to see who it was. It's Chris Sedgwick who's got the touch, and this Welsh crowd absolutely stunned into silence, and that doesn't happen very often. But Preston North End showing their true resilience, an inspired treble substitution by Billy Davies, And Adam did very well to set up the equaliser for you.
Yeah, I said to him at half-time, I said, I'm in on this left-back because, he was pushing right tight on me and I think a ball in behind him and I was in, and luckily Adams, he's given me a really good ball and, it's gone in the back of the net.
4 minutes remaining, you and Danny come on as substitutes. Did you really think you could get the equaliser?
It's always hard coming on when there's so little time left, so we're just hopefully trying to get on the end of something in the box, and fortunately we managed to do that.
Well, we were at the opposite end of the park from where the goal was scored. You didn't have the best view of it. Can you talk us through it?
I think the ball's been cleared from a corner, it's come back in and it was bouncing around, and Pat's turned to shoot and it's ricocheted off their man straight to me, and I've just managed to stick it in the corner.
McKenna with a goal for North End! Preston North End have taken the lead. A wonderful cross into the area, and it's Dixon Atuhu who's come on as substitute. The Preston North End supporters have gone absolutely balmy. Well, it's Preston North. Oh, Wolves are back on level terms. It was Ghania. The ball was played in from the right-hand side. No real danger at all. And the finish was absolutely exemplary. Paul McKenna with the corner kick on the left-hand side. Ball played in. The keeper stays on his line. And Johnson, oh, that ball just headed wide. It has to go down as a chance.
I think Callum was probably shocked to find himself in that position there at the back post. I think everybody was expecting the goalkeeper to come and claim it.
Carlo Nash with the mass support from Hull City behind that goal. And Nash takes this goal kick quickly, plays it out to Graham Alexander. McKenna available. But Alexander comes forward, and still Alexander caught in two minds, plays it back to Luchetti, who lifts it forward, and the flag stays down. Johnson racing forward for North End. Has he got the finish? Still Johnson. Oh, and he scores! Johnson smashes the ball into the net from the narrowest of angles. A delightful, delightful goal. And at last, Preston North End have broken Hull City down. Deepdale is absolutely on fire, and Preston North End lead Hull City by 1-0. And the man who's got it is Jermal Johnson, the narrowest of angles, and he hit the roof of the net. Congratulations all round. Thrown into McKenna. He plays the ball into the edge of the box. It comes to Jones, who might try a shot. Oh, a goal! David Jones may just have wrapped this match up for Preston North End. A beautiful shot from about 25 yards. The ball beat the keeper, rattled the inside of the post, bounced across the line, hit the inside of the other post into the net, and Preston North End, with that effort from David Jones, well, they may just have wrapped it up. Very quickly taken. It was in fact a rolling ball, but Hull City have got away with it. They got the ball out to Lynch on that right-hand side, but Matt Hill wins it back for Preston. Ball inside to McKenna. North End still coming forward. McKenna. Oh, what a goal! Paul McKenna hits an absolute barnstormer from all of 30 yards, and the ball went like a rocket into the top corner of the net. It's a standing ovation for Paul McKenna, and surely now this match is all wrapped up. And Leeds United come away with Kelly. Ball played forward. David Healy looks over his shoulder, but Matt Hill wins the duel, and the ball is cleared away downfield by Nash. But Leeds United not having it their own way by any means, and Chris Sedgwick really, he's worked very, very hard, but he hasn't really created very much down that right-hand side this afternoon. But here he is. What can he do with this one? Sedgwick coming into the area. Still Sedgwick. Oh, and then the final analysis after a 50-yard run. He broke through the Leeds United defence and he just couldn't keep it down.
It was a great run from him, really. It was something of nothing, really.
And Matt Hill with this throw in for Preston North End. Throws the ball down the line. The ball's helped on by Nugent to Adjumang. 3 players around him, manages to get the ball to McKenna. Then the ball played forward to Nugent. Nugent, this could be the opener. Plays it into McKenna. Goal! In fact, it's Sedgwick who's got the goal. It was a break by North End. The ball played into the area beautifully by David Nugent. And Sedgwick was there to turn the ball beyond the goalkeeper, right in front of the Cardiff City supporters. Joe.
Well, great goal that was, really. Great movement by Nugent, you know. Unselfishly put it across for Sedgwick. And he had quite a simple task to put it in the net, but it was still a great finish.
So this free kick with Dave Jones. Just a short ball to Alexander. Out to the left-hand side to Matt Hill. Hill controls it, moves inside. Just plays it into the path of Jones. He finds Alexander. North End just continuing to push the ball around. Nice play, finds McKenna on the left-hand side. A searching cross into the box. The ball bobbles away and Ricketts, who's back helping his defence, gets the ball forward only as far as Matt Hill. He finds Graham Alexander. North End with this relentless pressure now. A lovely ball forward to McKenna. Just inside the area. Sets it up for Adjumang. Gets it. Goal! Patrick Adjumang slams in goal number 2 for Preston North End. Nicely set up by Paul McKenna, right in front of the Cardiff City supporters. And Patrick Adjumang sets Deepdale alight.
Well, great stuff there, you know. I thought initially it was a fantastic ball from Graham Alexander to pick out Paul McKenna, who laid it off nicely for Patrick. Patrick still had a lot of work to do, you know, and finished it very, very well.
North End bring all 11 players back to defend this one. Danny Dickio warming up along the touchline. The corner kick comes in, and oh, the ball's in. Goal! Cardiff City have got a goal back. It's Louvens who scored it. Brian O'Neill out to the right-hand side to Alexander. Alexander's always in position. Oh, the ball, bad play by Dyer. Well read by Adjumang. The ball inside. David Nugent. Goal! David Nugent with his first touch wheels away. Congratulated by Paul McKenna. Callum Davidson. All the Preston North End players now coming forward in salute of David Nugent. Just look at those Preston North End supporters. And with David Nugent's first touch, and coming on as substitute for Adam Noland, he has set the night air alight here at Loftus Road. Alexander in possession, plays the ball forward up towards the edge of the area. Oh, Callum Davidson has won it. He could finish it. Oh, an excellent goal by Callum Davidson. It was a mistake on the edge of the area. Callum Davidson read it to perfection, took the ball on, and he has put the ball beyond the goalkeeper into the bottom corner, and that surely has wrapped it all up for Preston North End. Queen's Park Rangers 0, Preston North End 2. So early in the second half, just talk us through the goal.
I can't remember. I think it was a ball into the corner. I don't think it was Kenner who played the ball into the corner to Pat. You know, Pat was going to shoot, but he looked up. You know, he seen me in the box. He's played the first time. You know, I've just nipped in front of the defender and got my foot to it in the top corner. So it's a good goal for me.
You didn't sit back on the lead. You still kept coming forward, and you could have got another goal shortly after the first one.
Yeah, definitely. That's the way we play. And I think if we sit back once we score, then we're more likely to concede. So we just keep going. We just keep playing the way we know how to play as pressing teams. You know, and obviously a wonderful second goal.
It was a wonderful second goal, and well, I want you to tell me about it. Just talk us through it.
To be honest, I think I just intercepted the right back's pass and tackled him. I just saw Simon, my old teammate from Leicester, come out, and I just gave him the eyes and stuck it in the other corner, which is very, very unusual.
North End really will have to keep tabs on Marlon King. He's such a dangerous striker, and Chris Luchetti and Claude Davis, who are forging this excellent partnership at the heart of the Preston North End defence. Will really have to keep tabs on. Nicola Nash comes out of his area, slams the ball away downfield, but it goes straight to Stewart, and North End at the moment not finding their men as The ball is played forward to King, just midway inside the Preston half, but again North End give it away. A chance now for Watford just outside the area. Ball played inside, a shot delivered in, and there's a goal! Watford have taken the lead. A stunning shot by Matt Spring. Alexander into O'Neill, back to Alexander. Matty Hill's at the back post, the cross is delivered in. Nugent is there, ball knocked down, and Callum Davidson, goal! Callum Davidson, for the second time in 2 matches, has smacked Preston North End level. Excellent strike, so North End responding in the most positive way. And it's Preston North End now level at 1-1. Alexander for Preston North End, deep inside Crewe territory, into McKenna. Alexander slams the ball across, and a ball cleared to the edge of the area. Comes to David Jones, he has a shot, the ball spins high in the air. Chris Luchetti is still forward. There's Davidson. Oh, goal! Callum Davidson has absolutely lashed in. A wonderful drive. Absolutely lashed it into the net. It's 3 goals in 3 games for Callum Davidson. And Preston North End, Joe, lead by a goal to 0.
Wow, that was an absolutely fantastic shot from Callum Davidson. Fairly deserved that goal, you know. That was a brilliant strike. Deserved the goal.
So that really was a goal of sheer quality. Oh, there's a chance now. Nolan gets the ball in the area for North End and scores! Adam Nolan gets a second goal for Preston North End. And the Preston North End supporters go absolutely ballistic. The ball slammed into the corner of the net, and that ball goes hammering into the net, and Preston North End lead by 2 goals to 0. Joe.
Great interception from Adam Noland, and you know, he's finished it really well, struck it right into the bottom right corner.
Well, that's 3 in 3, and you know, you really are on fire.
Yeah, the lads are telling me that, you know, but no, it's just, to be honest, just a bit lucky, you know. It was a good strike today, though. I was quite pleased with that one. And I could have had maybe a couple more as well today. But just playing that further advanced positions, it's just given me a few more opportunities, you know, to get a shot on goal and to make runs in the last third.
You really seem happy in that role just behind the front striker.
Yeah, the manager likes me in there, and you know, I came here as a centre mid, and you know, I do want to play in that position, but you know, any way of getting in this team at the moment, you know, that's the main thing for me. So I'm enjoying that position, but you know, I'd like to maybe when there's a 4-4-2 come up to be able to play that centre midfield role. But you know, McKenna and Jones and there's Brian O'Neill, and they're playing so well at the moment. So any way I can get in the team, I'm chuffed. And that position is a great position for me to get on the ball and influence the game. And like today, you know, it's about time I scored. The manager's been on my back, so I'm just happy to get that first goal for my hometown club. Over the moon.
You took advantage of what was a mix-up in their defence, but you put it away beautifully. Just talk us through it.
Yeah, you know, I noticed that on their throw-ins, they seemed to be throwing it quite into the middle of the park and turning out of play, and I didn't think he was going to do it, to be honest, but I gambled on it, and as he's done it, you know, I've nicked it off him, and it was open for the shot. I was looking for a pass, but there was nobody around, so I thought I'd have a pop, and I'd had a couple of shots before that, and I was getting closer, so you know, I'm just so happy it went in, and when it went in, you can see the relief. You know, it's a dream of mine, obviously, to play for Preston in the first place, but to score as well. It took me 6 or 7 games, so hopefully I can get on a run like Cal. You know, he's got 3 in 3 now, so you know, it's great playing this team. A great set of lads, and some of the players in our team at the moment, you know, we can really push on now.
10 back for Derby. Sedgwick plays the ball inside. Mawini goes for it, and North End has scored, and it's Claude Davis. Claude Davis on the end of that cross, and he is positively delighted as he slams the ball into the net. Preston North End, having been so close to taking the lead, that corner kick from Sedgwick went right across the face of goal. Nobody picked up Claude Davis, and he has slammed it into the net. Played inside, the ball headed away from the edge of the area by Alexander, and it drifts away. But it's Derby County trying to step up a gear. North End win the ball back with Matt Hill. Hill coming forward, can he pick out David Nugent? Still Hill getting away, and he's barged off the ball, but fairly saves the referee. Derby County coming away into the middle of the park. Jackson makes a very good run forward. David Nugent comes tackling back. But Jackson delivers. Nash stays on his line. The ball bobbling around in the area, and Derby County have got a penalty. There was a handball in the area. The referee was right up with play, and it looks as though it's Mawini who has handled the ball. The referee has no doubts at all. He points to the penalty spot. Preston North End players surround him. He's not going to change his mind. Carlo Nash on his line. Smith comes forward, and he scores. Tommy Smith knocks Derby County level, sends Carlo Nash the wrong way. You stuck to the task, and you opened the scoring. Can you talk us through it?
Well, it's something the gaffer and Ned keep on saying to me in training. So the guys who score goals go for big box. And as a defender, you need to be getting on a score sheet every now and then people keep looking at you. Something I've been working on training. It's good to get off the mark, get my first goal for the season, and hopefully I can get many more.
I thought you were going to go on a lap of honour when you scored it. Had all your teammates running after you.
No, I had a bet with Ned, so I would score before January. So when I scored, I went straight to him and said, I told you. So I just went straight to Ned.
Tyrone Mears challenging for the ball. Sheffield United claim a free kick. The referee says play on, and Matt Hill wins it. David Nugent just outside the area. Nugent, well, he had Danny Dichio to his right, but Callum, he was right to have a shot.
Yeah, definitely fantastic play. Matt Hill there intercepted the pass. That Hill has been fantastic the last 4 or 5 games as well. And David was quite right to have a shot there. I think any striker would, but again, we're going close. We'll keep going close.
Preston North End supporters very much behind their team, as they have been from the opening whistle. Ball to the edge, chance now for Nugent. And another brilliant save from the keeper. Weaver is keeping Wednesday in this match now, and Nugent just runs that ball behind. But it was an opportunity again, self-created by David Nugent.
Yeah, good save, good ball up, big head, just won the flick on. That's what he's there for. Lewis Neal, good layoff, and Nugent, good shot again. Just a little bit too straight to the keeper, but a good strike.
When he clears it away downfield, Coventry have got possession, the ball played forward. So Coventry coming forward just outside the area. And Jorgensen couldn't make anything of it as the ball was played forward, and it's David Nugent able to turn, pushes a short ball to Lewis Neal. Neal in a little bit of space down this left-hand side. Adam Nolan is on the edge of the area. Good play by Lewis Neal, plays it in, and goal! Preston North End have scored. Adam Nolan gets in on that pass into the 6-yard box, and Adam Nolan read the situation to perfection. The most delightful ball played in by Lewis Neal, and the ball rattles the underside of the crossbar, but on this occasion into the net.
Yeah, it's nothing more than they deserve. They've been outstanding so far this afternoon, and it's nice to see Adam get his first goal at Deepdale, being a hometown lad. And once again, as I was saying last time, it's Lewis Neal's skill again down the left-hand side who's created the chance.
The ball cleared away downfield. Claude Davis is underneath it, heads the ball away. Adam Nolan, the Preston North End goal scorer. This is Patrick Adjumang, just inside the Coventry half. Really, really pacey strike, and Adjumang taking the ball into the area, takes wing on, and he's brought down. Penalty. The referee says that Preston North End have got a penalty. Patrick Adjumang brought down. No doubt at all that it was a penalty. Wing just took the legs of Adjumang. It was a lovely sprint, and it's Graham Alexander to take this penalty. It's Preston North End at the Bill Shankly Copper. North End leading by 1-0. Not anymore, they don't. Preston North End lead by 2-0. A postage stamp penalty kick from Graham Alexander after Patrick Adjumang had been brought down. And Graham Alexander, despite the fact that it's his first penalty in the league this season, slams the ball into the net, and Preston North End lead by 2-0. And that's a bit more like it, Paul.
Yeah, I didn't want to tempt fate beforehand, but had every faith in Graham putting that away. He's the best in the business. People don't realise how much pressure there is on you taking it, even in a league game when you 1-0 up.
Mawhinney sticking to his task in that crowded area. A lot of pushing going on. Mawhinney heads it away, and now it's North End trying to strike on the break. David Nugent coming forward. Still David Nugent. Ball played into Adjumang. He'll have a run at the defence, pushes it out to the left-hand side. Lewis Neal, just outside the area, prepared to take the defender on. Does well, the cross into the back post, and a chance for Sedgwick. 3-0. Chris Sedgwick got on the end of that one, and he hit it like a rocket. David Nugent just couldn't get onto the end of Lewis Neal's cross with any real purpose. He tried to head the ball down, but it bounced behind to Chris Sedgwick, and from the narrowest of angles, he hammered the ball wide of the keeper. And that, with Preston North End leading by 3-0, really reflects the pattern of the play, Paul.
Yeah, a great finish by Chris Sedgwick there. Once again, Lewis Neal is tormenting this right-back. When he's running at players like that, there's not many more players in the league who've got better skill than him at that. He did a couple of step-overs, went past his man and put a great cross in.
North End at the moment with this 3-goal cushion and looking for more. Chris Luchetti gets the ball forward. Ball taken on the chest by Morrell, and Chris Luchetti gets the ball into the centre circle for North End. Ball bobbling around. Alexander. Now it's Sedgwick for Preston North End. Just plays the ball forward. The ball just rolls away, and it's Coventry City bringing the ball forward. Claude Davis trying to get there, but it's Coventry just pushing the ball around, but not really going anywhere at the moment. Coming forward now, though, just outside the box. Georgeson, good interception by Luchetti. The referee's given a free kick to Coventry for the challenge by Claude Davis. So it's dead centre as Coventry look at it, and it's about 10 yards outside the box. Adam Noland, Jorgensen gets in a shot. The wall stands firm. It was a poor effort in the end, but the danger hasn't been cleared. The ball bobbling in, and Stern John gets Coventry back into this match at 3-1. Stern John takes advantage of a little bit of a mix-up in the North End defence. Carlo Nash clears the ball away up field. Dickie underneath it, but it can't get a chance. Graham Alexander out to Sedgwick. What can North End make of this? Sedgwick on this right-hand side plays the ball back to Graham Alexander. Alexander plays the ball through Noland. Oh, and a good finish by Adam Noland. That really was a spectacular finish by the Preston North End midfielder. Didn't he just enjoy that? Well, that was the lovely, lovely build-up. Sedgwick and Graham Alexander, nice little 1-2, and Alexander threaded the ball through into the path of Adam Noland. Noland just took the ball on as the goalkeeper came out to try and close him down. He toe-poked it beyond him. And Hill now makes space for the cross. That's it, drills the ball in. Tries to get another chance. Again, the ball is cleared away, but Graham Alexander just outside the area. Plays it into Adjumang. Adjumang touches on Dickie. Oh, handball in the area! That surely is a penalty, and the referee agrees. Norwich City just make minor protests, but there was a clear handball in that box. There was Danny Dickie with a nice little back heel trying to get Adjumang in a 1-2, and Norwich argue their case. It's Alexander versus Green, the goalkeeper very, very animated. Alexander, and that's 2-0 for Preston North End, and Alexander wheels away with Danny Dickie right in front of the Preston North End supporters. Look at the delight on the face of Graham Alexander. He disappears under a posse of pale blue jerseys, but really Preston North End now with this amazing away form, lead by 2-0. Delivered into the back post. It's an easy catch for Green, who just bowls the ball away. Norwich City trying to get back in this match. They trail by 2-0. Mears just knocks it down. Ball cleared away downfield. Dickie and Fleming challenge, and in the end it's, well, Nugent wins the ball. Nugent going into the area, chance, oh, and David Nugent created it and finished it himself. He goes off to the Preston North End supporters in that corner of the ground, and David Nugent surely has put this match to bed. A brilliant bit of play by Nugent. He won the ball himself just outside the area, took it on as calm as you like, and as the goalkeeper advanced, there was only one place that ball was going to go, and it's in the back of the net. You threatened to score long before you did, and it was a goal right on the stroke of injury time in the first half. Beautifully put together move. You set it up for Adam.
Yeah, you know, Sedge played it into me, found me in space, and I've seen Adam making a run. And he'd been badgering me for about 40 minutes before that to put him in, and he made a great run, you know, because he's a great brain on him, and you know, it was easy pass for me, and he put a great finish in from a tight angle. It's a great goal.
No penalties in the league all season, and 2 in 2 matches.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? You know, I've been waiting for my chance to get a pen, and like you say, 2 in 2, and luckily for me, I put it away, which gives us a little bit of a cushion. You know, we come away from home, and then if you 1-0 up, it could go either way. But the second goal settled us down, and you know, I could only see us winning the game from there.
And then finally wrapped up by David.
Yeah, it was a great finish from Nuge. You know, when he goes in one-on-one, you just think it's a goal. You know, he's such a calm head on young shoulders, and great talent. And you know, when he went through, we thought this 3-0, this puts it to bed, and you know, it was a great finish from him.
The biggest danger, of course, is Crewe getting the initial breakthrough, but that really would set things up. But here's Callum Davidson out to Tyrone Mears. Mears coming forward. You've got Adjumang ahead of him, but Tyrone Mears just drags Gary Roberts back. It's a free kick. A little bit of desperation I felt there from Tyrone Mears.
I think it's time just to calm down a little bit. The fans, I guess, are getting a little bit edgy. You can see it in Ty's play there. He didn't have a hell of a lot of confidence when you see him take his first touch there. I think it's important that we just have a little bit of composure. We went a little bit scrappy.
So the free kick to Crewe, delivered up towards the edge of the area. Carlo Nash came for it, punched it in, the ball cleared off the line, and it's in the net. Crewe have taken the lead. Well, it was absolutely an amazing situation. Billy Jones, it is, who's got the final touch. The Crewe supporters gone absolutely ballistic. Is it going to be Alexander or Davidson? I would have thought Davidson would be the favourite. Alexander sets it up and scores! Graham Alexander scores for Preston North End. It's 3 goals in 3 matches for Alexander. So Preston North End at last back in the match. The Crewe wall, I think the goalkeeper maybe had been completely unsighted. It went like a knife through butter. There was no real pace in the shot, but it went accuracy personified by Alexander. It's his 3rd goal in 3 matches, and it's Preston North End 1, Crewe Alexandra 1. Graham Alexander trying to get the ball on the halfway line for North End with this throw-in. You've got 5 minutes plus stoppage time remaining as Hibbert is midway inside the Crewe half. Plays the ball out to the right-hand side. Ball helped on by Mears to the edge of the area, bobbling around. Dickie O's there, sets it up. Sedgwick, goal! Chris Sedgwick has smacked Preston North End into the 4th round of the FA Cup. The goal set up by Danny Dickie O, a nice little touch on, and Chris Sedgwick, who was denied twice in the first half, hits an absolute rocket from a difficult angle, and the ball flew past the goalkeeper. The pantomime season is over, and Preston North End will go into Monday's 4th round draw.
Yeah, Tom, to be fair to Chris Sedgwick, it was an unbelievable goal.
I think it was Deitch who managed to just nod it down into me stride, and I was that tight at that point. I thought I'm just going to have a shot, and unfortunately it flew in.
It went in like an absolute rocket though, didn't it?
Yeah, I caught it sweet. As soon as I hit it, I knew it was in, so it was nice that we weren't going to have to go and have a replay.
Williams was wanting a free kick for the challenge by Davis. The referee will have none of it. And it's Graham Alexander, the Preston North End skipper, out to the left-hand side to Davidson. Back to Alexander. Stock was left Stock with a fair bit to do, but he does it well. McKenna out to the right-hand side to Mears if he can keep it in. He goes through that area of pitch which is not all that marvellous. The ball played in. Chance for Adjumang going into the area. Goal! Patrick Adjumang scores for Preston North End. And we have to say that Stock, the new man, did very well. He was the one who initially engineered it. The ball was played into the area. Patrick Adjumang was still left with a fair bit to do, but from round about the penalty spot he got there ahead of the keeper and just steered the ball over the goalkeeper into the net. And that goal that we were hoping would come much earlier on, it's arrived. Davidson just moves the photographer out of the way as he takes this corner kick, played in towards the edge of the area. Claude Davis, goal! Claude Davis climbs high and then he does his reggae dance, but he got on the end of that cross from Callum Davidson. Nobody picked him up, and the Jamaican with a powerful header that would have pleased Patrick Adjumang. And Davis it is, climbs high. Didn't he just love that one? And Preston North End may just have put this match to bed. It was a lovely corner kick, played in by Davidson. Nobody picked up Claude Davis. Really a really solid performance.
Yes, against a very well organised team as well. They made it difficult for us again. We had to be a little bit patient before we broke them down. But in the end we did, with a wonderfully worked goal. Fantastic finish from Pat, great flick from Stocky. So it's great goals, it's a great 3 points and a very, very good performance.
Claude Davis got forward, a cracking header.
Shocking celebration. I mean, we need to work on this celebration. It just is shocking, and I said that to him. That, you know, I really should fine him for that celebration actually, but great goal. You know, good worked corner kick with the movements that we've been working on, and delighted to see that.
North End with Sedgwick, Dickio, Nugent and Davidson all spread out on the edge of the Burnley area as the ball is played forward. Surely that was a foul on Dickio. It is. This is a position of danger for Burnley. And the referee has the Burnley wall 10 yards. There'll be a charge by Burnley. The North End just set it up, and Alexander lifts the ball inside. David Nugent, goal! David Nugent with a wonderful, wonderful, brilliantly sorted goal by North End. It was teed up by Graham Alexander, and he just lifted it up with his instep, lifted it over the Burnley wall. David Nugent hit it like an absolute rocket, and it flew into the net. An absolute barnstormer of a goal. So John Spicer moves into the action in the time remaining. Can North End hold on to this one-goal lead, or are Burnley going to get back into it? The Burnley haven't really threatened North End in terms of shots at goal. They've had quite a bit of territorial advantage in the second half, but they haven't hurt North End. And here's Sedgwick, plays the ball inside. Adjumang brought down. That's a penalty. Preston North End have got a penalty. Patrick Adjumang upended in the box by Sinclair, and now it's a chance for the Iceman, Graham Alexander. Well, before the match we suggested David Nugent to score at some time during the match and Graham Alexander to do likewise. Alexander on the spot, comes forward and scores! Graham Alexander hits Preston North End into a 2-goal lead, and as if by one man, the Burnley supporters get up and head for the exits. You can get off the edges of your seats now, because Preston North End are going to make it 19 games without defeat, and Preston North End will take all 3 points. Now, some of the goals you're scoring are absolutely spectacular, but that was worked out on the training ground.
Yeah, you know, that's been one of our free kicks for a while now, but they seem to put men in behind the wall, so we can't do it. But it was on today, you know, work the treat. You know, I don't know, me or said was going to get it first, but you know, I stuck my foot out there, you know, from sitting top corner, so I'm delighted. We haven't scored for a while as well.
Kerali in his green top with slate grey tracksuit bottoms clears the ball high into the North End half of the field. Davis is underneath it, unchallenged, heads the ball away. Ball ricochets away, and then it's toe poke forward. A chance there, well read by Davis. Oh, Johnson gets in. Oh, and Johnson scores. Crystal Palace have taken the lead. It looked as though Claude Davis had cleared the ball on the edge of the area, but it just ran away from him into the path of Andy Johnson. And the big goalkeeper from just outside his box clears the ball away downfield. Hibbert was being dragged all over the park, but the referee says play on, and then he brings play back. He allowed North End the advantage, but it's a free kick to Preston, which is it's about 10 yards outside the box. It's dead centre. It could again be something that North End have worked on the training ground, or it could very well be that either Graham Alexander or Callum Davidson might try to go route one and get the ball through that Palace wall of defenders. Alexander just chips the ball forward. Brian O'Neill's gone in there. Goal! Brian O'Neill has equalised for Preston North End on his return. A beautifully chipped in free kick by Graham Alexander. Nobody picked up Brian O'Neill, and he sent a header loping over the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. The Palace fans have been absolutely silenced.
Yeah, great header by Bon, you know, another set piece, you know, another goal off another set piece. You know, we've been working really hard in the set pieces recently.
Darren Ward, 10 yards inside the Palace half. Plays the ball back to Corrali, his keeper. That ball took a little bit of a bobble in front of the keeper. That could have been a little bit naughty, as the ball is with Hudson. Sedgwick challenges the ball. Good ball by O'Neill to Mears. Mears with that exceptional pace down that right-hand side. Sedgwick ahead of him. The ball played back to O'Neill. He got McKenna to his left. The ball lifted in. This might carry to Davidson. Well, the ball is cleared away by Suarez. And then ball bobbling around just on the edge of the area. Chance now for Ormrod. Gets in a shot. Goal! Preston North End have taken the lead. A beautifully drilled in left-footed drive by Brett Ormerod. The ball slammed from the edge of the area. It was a little bit of a lucky ricochet, and the ball slammed into the bottom corner. Corrali had no chance at all. It was a goal from the moment it left Ormerod's boot. And on his debut, he's the Deepdale darling.
Finish that, Tom. I mean, you've got to give Brian O'Neill a lot of credit there for his complete persistence. And he's got his toe end on that, just nicked it through to Brett. I think it was one touch out of his feet and bang. That's a sign of a true goal scorer, you know, and he's took to the high brilliant into the bottom corner.
Corrali with the Preston North End Town End Cup behind him. Clears this yellow ball into the North End half of the field. Knocked down. And it's Davidson, lifts it forward, looking for Ormrod again. Ormrod challenging for the ball, just comes after it. Really is a grafter, is Ormrod. Now the ball played down for David Nugent, another grafter. And Nugent wins a corner kick for North End off the shins of Darren Ward. So a corner kick at the Town End on the left-hand side. Graham Alexander just trotting along to take it. Palace know that they can't afford to concede another goal. Corrali doing his exercises on his goal line.
Corrali stands on his corners against, look, he's virtually on the back post. Anything sort of whipped in towards the near post, and he's got no chance of getting there. I don't know why he does that, I really don't.
Alexander plays it in, and that's exactly what Gavin Ward has just been saying. The ball played into the near post, exactly as Gavin Ward said. Brian O'Neill went in, nobody picked him up, and just a glancing header sends the ball into the net, and Preston North End lead by 2-0. And for the second consecutive match, a header from Brian O'Neill has done damage to Crystal Palace. Throws into Davidson, McKenna. Out to Mears, who's in oceans of space. North End coming forward. Mears crossing the halfway line. Still Mears. Out to the left-hand side to Lewis Neal. Prepared to take Brooms on. Neal shows too much of that, but he's still got the ball. He's gone out for a throw into North End. Inside the final 3 minutes, it's still 0-0. Lewis Neal against his former club. Adjumang, a lovely little break. The chance now. There's a penalty, surely. Preston North End have got a spot kick. And the Iceman is not on the pitch to take it. but Preston North End, with 3 minutes remaining, who is going to take the spot kick? Well, they're having discussions there. Normally, there wouldn't be a question. But Paul McKenna has decided that he's going to take it. McKenna has the ball on the spot. Simonsen stands between Preston North End and 3 points. Paul McKenna, in the white-hot atmosphere now of the Britannia Stadium, Paul McKenna looks at that yellow ball. The fans, the Preston fans behind that goal, look on anxiously. McKenna comes forward. Oh, and the keeper saved it. McKenna drilled the ball to the goalkeeper's right. The keeper read it, and Stoke City have survived. Preston North End fans looking on very anxiously. The ball played in, the ball bobbles around. Oh, and it's a goal! Darren Ward off his knees. So the gamekeeper turns poacher in the Preston North End 6-yard box. Paul McKenna's over the ball. Lucchetti's gone forward. The ball played into the area. Dicchio! Oh, North End are back on level terms. Danny Dicchio got up high, unchallenged above the Crystal Palace defenders. And didn't he just love that? That goal's been a long time in the making. It's McKenna picked out Danny Dicchio as if by radar. And the big man got up high above the Palace defenders. And just look at the jubilation. McKenna has a look at that crowded area. The ball floated inside. Dicchio goes up. Goal! Preston North End may just have won it. Danny Dicchio got up high above the Crystal Palace defenders. The ball beautifully flighted in by Paul McKenna. Nobody picked up Danny Dicchio. Matt Hill with the throw. And he can eventually get hold of the ball. Throws it back to Lucchetti. Claude Davis, who missed the match at Crystal Palace, he's on the bench. A little knockdown. Lewis Neal just outside the area. Just going inside. Lewis Neal, this might be the opening. Yes! Lewis Neal took advantage of a little bit of a slip in the Luton area. And as calm as you like, he just took the ball on. And as Marlon Beresford advanced to try and close him down, a simple side foot to the right of the keeper, and that is the goal that Preston North End were looking for, and Preston North End lead by 1-0. Graham.
Yeah, great finish from Louis. It was a bit of a mistake between a couple of defenders, which left him one-on-one with the keeper, and he kept his head really well and slotted it in the corner. It was a great little finish from Lewis.
North End still leading. Carlo Nash again gathers that ball. So if Preston North End go on to win this one, well, they will remember that save from Carlo Nash. It was a save of sheer quality. He went across his goal. It already looked as though the ball had passed him, but he went across and backwards and managed to turn it around the post. A tremendous save. North End still leading by 1-0. Lewis Neal, the goal scorer, in possession, coming forward now. Plays the ball into Mears. He's got Sedgwick to his right. Now Sedgwick takes over. Brian O'Neill's available. Back to O'Neill, waiting for the cross, delivered into the middle, headed away. Back it goes to O'Neill. North End need to keep this ball in the Luton half of the field. McKenna in possession, plays a lovely ball through. Sedgwick gets goal side, plays the ball in. Goal! Preston North End and David Nugent with a flying header. That was a beautifully engineered pass by Paul McKenna. It went into Sedgwick. The cross was perfection, and David Nugent, arriving on cue, steered the ball wide of the keeper. And Graham, that might just put the match to bed.
Yeah, it's a great goal there. Great play from Paul McKenna and Sedge. They've worked it really well. Sedge has looked up. Nugent's got across his man and put it straight on his head, and it's a great finish.
So we've got about 10 minutes of the match remaining. North End leading by 2-0, but the ball inside the North End area. Chance for Luton. Ball bobbling around, and a brilliant save by Carlo Nash. Saved it with his legs. Well, that was a save from the big defender, Leon Barnett.
It was great skill from Berkovic. He's flicked over a couple of lads' heads, and
to be fair to the lad, he's hit the target and Nashi saved it with his feet. You know, he probably should have scored from there, but it's another great save from Nashi.
North End leading 2-0, but Luton with the corner kick delivered in, headed away by Sedgwick, who's had a storming game for North End. Ball floated into the area. Nash stays on his line, and the ball bobbled. It's gone in off the underside of the crossbar. Luton are back in it. Well, it's Berkovic who's hit the ball. It was a tremendous shot. Luton started play 7 points behind North End. As Mawini plays this free kick up to the edge of the area, Adjimang. Back it goes to O'Neill, to Matt Hill. You can just sense that Luton Town just a little bit inspired by that. North End need another goal really to put it back to bed. Adjimang into the area. Adjimang plays it back, and that's 3. Preston North End have restored the 2-goal cushion. Tyrone Mears, after excellent work by Patrick Adjimang. Adjimang won a ball that he really had no entitlement to, and after Luton Town had dragged themselves back in it, he played the ball across goal, and it fell invitingly for Tyrone Mears, and he's buried it, and North End lead by 3-1. The clock continuing to run down. Just having a look, and it's 3 minutes of normal time, plus whatever the referee will add on for stoppage. I would have thought possibly a couple of minutes, so we could have about 5 minutes for Luton to try and do something about this 3-1 deficit. Mawini wins the ball so very nonchalantly, plays it into Ormrod, into Brian O'Neill. Brian O'Neill's had a wonderful game in the middle of the park. The ball played forward. Foley does well, read the situation well as Patrick Adjimang was moving in on it. And Chris Sedgwick comes charging across. You would think it was the opening 5 minutes rather than the final 5, as he really is sticking to the task. Here he is on the ball again. He's had a magnificent match. Whaley takes over, plays the ball in. Chance now, Tyrone Mears goes in, clips it over the keeper, and has that ball gone in? It's a penalty though for Preston North End, and it's a red card. A penalty and a red card. So who is going to take it? The man sitting next to me, Graham Alexander, would by now have already had the ball in his hands. Sedgwick with the penalty. Preston North End leading by 3-1. Not anymore, they don't. Chris Sedgwick just strokes that ball wide of the keeper, and Preston North End lead by 4-1, and that has really wrapped it up. Preston North End looking for more, trying to make this comprehensive. Ball played back to Sedgwick, just outside the area, to Matt Hill, out to the right-hand side to Brian O'Neill. He delivers the cross into the back post, up go the heads, the ball runs away, Luchetti goes after it. And we're now in the hands of the referee as to how long he's going to keep this contest going. Not that it now really is a contest. Shot delivered and the ball breaks away, 5! Claude Davis has made it 5-1 for Preston North End. The ball came back off the keeper, and Claude Davis hit it on the volley. It went like a rocket into the top of the net, and he celebrates in carnival style. Preston North End lead by 5-1, and that memory of that 3-0 defeat at Luton, the last time North End lost, is now consigned to football history. This is a match which could still go either way. Tremendous support from Preston North End's travelling army of supporters who've made the long journey to the south coast. Mawini for North End, into Mears, McKenna. Mawini, early ball forward, knocked on, but no one on the end of that one. It's cleared away downfield. Luchetti knocks it back again. Davidson into Nugent, trying to get through a ruck of players into the path of McKenna, gets in a shot, the ball, chance for Nugent, and he really, well, that really was a tremendous tackle. David Nugent on the edge of the 6-yard box. The ball broke to him. There's the ball into McKenna. Good shot, a ricochet, and David Nugent got there, but the defender just managed to get something on it. throws the ball down the line, helped on by Hasselbank. Yakubu gets through on goal. Oh, and he scored! In what is virtually Middlesbrough's isolated attack, Yakubu goes on and he hits a stunning shot wide of Carlo Nash. Boateng being totally outclassed in the middle of the park by McKenna as Boateng and the rest of the Middlesbrough midfielders. That's a free kick. Downing with this free kick, floats the ball in. Oh, and it's in the net and it's all over. Middlesbrough have got a second goal. Claude Davis allowed the ball to run across his body, and it's Yakubu who steers the ball in off the shoulder of Carlo Nash. Claude Davis gets across, he's not 10 yards away from the ball, but he is preventing the corner kick being taken. It's delivered in. Carlo Nash makes a complete mess of it, and the ball bobbles around. Nash gathers it. Well, the ball's gone into the net. Reading in that goal-mouth skirmish. Carlo Nash just really couldn't believe it. Callum Davidson with this corner kick for Preston North End on the left-hand side. Into the area, up go the heads, the ball bobbling around. Claude Davis is sent sprawling, and North End have got a free kick. Now this could be Paul McKenna territory. It's on the edge of the D, just on the edge of the D. Paul McKenna. Callum Davidson comes forward. Goal! Preston North End have equalised. Callum Davidson with an absolutely stunning left-footed shot through the wall of defenders, and the Preston North End travelling army of support have gone absolutely ballistic. It was a goal of sheer quality. Reading had a little bit of sustained pressure. North End really have bossed things, despite the fact that the referee has been less than kind. And Reading, though, with... Oh, it's a beautiful goal for Reading, out of absolutely nothing. Lita, diagonal angle, sends the ball across the goal into the net. Going a goal behind so early on, lots of teams would have just fallen apart, but you came back and you got that cracking equaliser.
Yeah, I know. It's Kenna was whispering to me in that bottom corner, hard and low, Callum, because I think they thought he was going to take it. So you know, probably first free kick I've scored as well this season. So it was a nice one to get, but obviously doesn't make it any more enjoyable because we didn't win.
Plymouth Argyle with this goal kick. A rare excursion into the north end half of the field. Suspicion of a handball, but still Argyle get away with it. Just outside the area, chance. Ball goes down, Argyle looking for a penalty. Claude Davis just gets on with it, plays the ball to Mears. Mears up towards the halfway line to McKenna, now into Sedgwick. Sedgwick crossing the halfway line, North End getting players forward. Still Sedgwick, McKenna to his right. McKenna now takes over. Ball floated into the area, the keeper does well. Nugent with a shot, and then, oh, that was Whaley. That really was a wonderful chance for Whaley. Absolute gifted. Just watch this ball as it's played into the box. The keeper comes forward, it spills it, and it ricochets back to Whaley. And from 12 yards, he really should have done better than that. Preston North End looking for the opener. Nugent comes off his marker. Still Nugent, 3 men around him. Alexander lifts the ball into the edge of the area, headed away, knocked back again. Another chance for Dickio, gets in a shot, and he wasn't too far wide with that one. Danny Dickio with his second attempt on goal. This ball just dropped nicely for him. He was able to hit it again. He didn't really get a full purchase on it. Callum Davidson lifts the ball into a crowded area. The ball comes to Danny Dickio, and again the ball's cleared off the line. That's a third chance. Ball scooped in again. What can North End do with this one? Davis, the ball bobbles around. Davis trying to get in a shot, and he brings a very good save from the keeper. Somehow Brighton are hanging on. Claude Davis just can't believe what is happening in that Brighton penalty area. Danny Dickio's had 3 chances in this match. This is Sito, lifts it forward. And in the end, it's Matt Hill who gets it forward to Ormrod. Ormrod plays a short ball to Davidson, a good run, but doesn't get through to Jarrett. A good interception by Vilnius. I have to say that Vilnius is holding the defence together, and this could be a booking for Mawini for the challenge. Jason DeVos is forward for Ipswich Town, lurking round about the penalty spot. Ball played inside, and DeVos scores! DeVos goes forward, got a glancing header, and the Ipswich Town supporters have gone absolutely ballistic here. Davis shapes to play it to the right-hand side, brings it forward. Davis still coming forward, finds Davidson. Davidson out to the left-hand side to Ormrod. Ormrod prepared to take Cito on, pushes the ball inside to Jarrett. Now into Mears. McKenna's taken up a good position on the right-hand side of the box. McKenna, can he create something? The cross delivered into David Nugent, and Nugent scores! David Nugent with a side footer. The Preston North End goal drought is over. Deepdale goes absolutely balmy. Nugent, who got 2 goals against Ipswich earlier in the season at Portman Road. A delicate, beautiful shot. The goalkeeper, no chance at all. A beautiful goal. Deepdale rises in salute to David Nugent. Mears for Preston North End brings the ball forward. McKenna crosses the halfway line. Sedgwick pushes the ball into Davidson, lifts the ball beautifully to Matt Hill on the left-hand side, tries to set it up on the edge of the eddy, but Hill wins it back, stretches. McKenna plays it into Ormrod. Ormrod jinks, gets it back to McKenna. McKenna's having a storming game. The ball played. Oh, goal! David Nugent has knocked Preston North in front. Paul McKenna sent in a cross, and this time with the outside of his right boot. Nugent steers the ball high into the top corner. A real postage stamp goal. As Danny Dickio gets it into McKenna, a lovely one. Patrick Adjimang! Adjimang coming through, and he scores! Patrick Adjimang puts the game surely beyond doubt. It's the big striker's first touch, but a beautiful ball played inside, and the sheer pace of Patrick Adjimang took him beyond the Ipswich defence, and as calm as you like, he steered the ball beyond the keeper for the goal again of sheer quality. A wonderful equaliser from David Nugent.
I think his finish is world class. I mean, there's not much space there, and there's certainly not an awful lot of room for him to take that, but it shows his quality. He scored a couple of great goals. We're disappointed to lose him with which looks to be a bad injury. All credit to Patrick Adjimang for his finish as well when he came on, but much more like myself.
A corner kick to Sheffield Wednesday. The Owls lift the ball into the area, ball bobbling around, and Burton has got the touch, and it's a goal. Burton with that touched on header at the near post. North End trying to get back on level terms, but it's Sheffield Wednesday looking for a second goal. Ball lofted forward. North End just can't afford to concede another goal in this one. Sheffield Wednesday with a quickly taken throw in. Chance, their ball lifted over, and there's number 2. Sheffield Wednesday with a second goal, absolutely out of nothing, scored by Burton O'Brien. Hill with short ball into McKenna. McKenna rides the challenge, plays it back to Hill. North End with 3 players on the edge of the box. Lewis Neal knocks it down, tries to play it into McKenna, but Brian O'Neill now takes over, plays the ball high to the right-hand side of the box. Sedgwick controls it well. Just a little bit of a distraction for Sedgwick by a white balloon which is on the pitch, but Sedgwick gets the ball back to Alexander. They want the cross in the middle, delivered in. Chance for Ormrod. Ball breaks away. Oh, the ball's kicked off the line, cleared away. It was a shot by Lewis Neal. That was close.
Great play from Brett Ormond, great first touch into the space, but great defending, to be fair.
So Olsen Mober of the white boots plays the ball forward, helped on by Taylor, well won by Claude Davis, slams it away downfield, and that's an aimless ball which will go through to the keeper, who slices his clearance, and it comes down now to Patrick Agyemang, back to Graham Alexander, inside to O'Neill, back to Agyemang. Agyemang now turns to do what he does best, runs at the defence, plays the ball inside. Ormrod allows the ball, a chance for North End. Goal! Brett Ormrod slams Preston North End into the lead. That really was a goal of sheer quality by Brett Ormrod from the edge of the box. Hit a shot which positively screamed past Turnbull. Well, that was really, really good play by North End. It was a lovely, lovely build-up. Carlo Nash watching anxiously, the ball played inside, and Nash gathers that ball quite cleanly and then bowls it away for Agyemang. North End trying to strike on the break. Agyemang trying to get away from his marker, crosses the halfway line, plays the ball into Simon Whaley. Whaley's first touch is good, then gets in a shot, and it's a goal! Simon Whaley has put Preston North End in front. Beautifully executed move, North End turning defence into attack, and Patrick Agyemang played the ball in beautifully into the path of Simon Whaley. Whaley's first touch was absolute perfection to really set it up for himself, and then from about 26 yards he hit in a low drive. Simon, an absolutely cracking result.
Oh, magnificent for myself and obviously for the club, first and foremost.
When did you find out that you were in the starting lineup?
I found out this morning, well, said dinner time today really.
Just tell us, talk us through the goal. It was an absolute cracker.
Yeah, well, they've got a corner. Me and Pat on the edge of the box, and what we've been told to do, what we've done really, we've counter-attacked, and Pat's got away with his pace, and then he played me in, and my initial thought he should just get a shot away, and I took it in my stride in my first touch, and obviously caught him off balance, and then just hit it.
Short ball played into the edge of the box, and there's a little bit of a misunderstanding, but the ball is still with North End and Simon Whaley out to the right-hand side. He's done well to Graham Alexander. The delivered ball into the area, headed behind again. And I can feel Jason Jarrett alongside me. He's kicking virtually every ball here. He must really want to be out there on the park, as he was last week at Coventry. Cross delivered in. Oh, goal! Preston North End have taken the lead. It's an own goal. The ball was played into a crowded area, and Jason Shackle from the edge of his 6-yard box sent a blistering header against the underside of the crossbar, and it's smacked in. But Preston North End have got the goal that we were just asking for.
It was an excellent ball on the corner. It was excellent. I don't know what Jason Shackle was playing at. He got himself in all kinds of bother, and he's headed into the roof of the net. Brilliant start for Preston.
Once again, Drury's got an unkind bobble, which has allowed Simon Whaley to get over the cross into the area. Oh, it's a second own goal! A second own goal! I think this time it was helped in by Doherty. The cross delivered in from the right-hand side, and Doherty just stretching to try and clear the ball. Played the ball into the net. Leicester just bringing the ball forward. Ball played inside. A chance for Friars inside the opening minute. Oh, and what a tremendous start by Leicester City, and some of the Preston North End players, I'm sure, not realising that the match had actually started. Carlo Nash with the goal kick for North End. Really, North End looking for something. It's Whaley just outside the area. Still Whaley. Takes on his man, gets in a shot. Oh, what a strike by Whaley. A goal all engineered by the youngster. He made it for himself. So having gone behind to that early goal from Leicester, Simon Whaley with this excellent effort, a low daisy cutter, the goalkeeper nowhere near it. North End back on level terms. Carlo Nash plays the ball downfield. We're locked at 1-1, a match which really could go either way. Sedgwick battling for the ball, but just skips away. Leicester City. Still North End. Jarrett battling for the ball in the middle of the park. Jarrett back to Mears. Low ball inside. Looked as though Ormrod just took his eye off that ball, but Sedgwick wheels it back. Still Sedgwick just outside the area. Sedgwick going on into the area, and that ball just cleared away, and it's gone behind for a corner kick to North End. What can Preston make? Sedgwick lifts the ball in towards the penalty spot. Oh, Jarrett has got the goal! A brilliant effort by Jarrett, so North End in front for the first time in this match. And didn't Jarrett just love that one? A corner kick out on the right-hand side, beautifully flighted in by Sedgwick. Claude Davis went for it, got the touch, and the ball helped on by Jarrett. And in the opening minutes of the second half, a lovely run by Sedge gets you a corner kick. And just talk us through the goal.
We work on set piece a lot, you know, on training and stuff like that. You know, Claude's made a great run. You know, he's flicked it. You know, and like I said, we work on it in training. You know, and I was in the right place at the right time.
But it was a very, very good strike, and in the end, it proved out the winner, the goal that took you to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think there was only one goal was going to win it. You know, it was going to be the odd goal. There weren't many great chances in the game. You know, and we've secured a place in the playoffs. That's the main thing. You know, and we're just looking forward to the next few games.
Jarrett coming forward again, an example of the unkind bobble, but Jarrett still in possession for Preston North End. Placed the ball back into the path of Paul McKenna. Out now to Lewis Neal on that right hand side. Neal cuts inside, might try a shot from here, which he does. Oh, goal! Lewis Neal, the goalkeeper, completely wrong-footed, and Lewis Neal from all of 30 yards hits the ball hard and low, having cut inside, and the ball goes into the net. The Preston North End still with this slender one-goal lead, trying to move up a place in the table. The ball is with Dicchio to McKenna. Ball cleared away only as far as Jarrett, who takes it neatly on his chest. Toe pokes it into the path of Alexander. A low ball into Whaley. Back to goal. Plays it into Sedgwick. Ball played in by Sedgwick, and there's a goal! Preston North End have got goal number 2. A flying header from Brett Ormrod, with Sedgwick's first touch since he came on. The ball played into the back post, and the flying header from Ormrod steers the ball beyond the keeper. Ormrod has taken a little bit of a knock in that goal-mouth skirmish. The stretcher goes off. A standing ovation for Brett Ormrod, and with some justification. Second goal, a flying header from Brett. That was very brave. How is he?
He's okay. He's got a bit of concussion. We've taken him off to hospital just as a precaution. But he'll be back in later on during the week. Hopefully we'll remember his goal. We'll have to show him the video, I think.
As Mawini again wins the aerial duel, Sedgwick gets the ball away up towards the halfway line. Nice little knockdown, but Matt Hill read it well and clears it away downfield. And once again it's Delaney, but delays, and that allows Simon Whaley. Oh, goal! Simon Whaley with a stunning shot belts Preston North End into the lead. It's his third goal in consecutive away matches. It was a stunning strike after Delaney had failed to clear the danger, and the Preston North End travelling army of support have gone absolutely ballistic. It was a goal, a pure opportunist goal. Danny Dicchio touches the ball onto Simon Whaley. Whaley just waits for it, won't come down for him, and in the end the ball is cleared away, and that's a chance for Fagan, trying to get away from Mawini. Mawini sticking to the task, and in the end Mawini drags Fagan back, and that'll be a free kick to Hull City right in front of the Preston North End supporters. Deep inside North End territory, the cross played in, the ball bobbles, and it's in the net! Hull City, in fact it's not going to count, or will it? The goal stands. It's been forced over the line, so Carlo Nash's clean sheet has gone by him. And now it's Simon Whaley breaking for Preston North End. North End have got 4 players forward as Whaley plays the ball in. McKenna has to go sideways to retrieve it. Danny Dicchio into Jarrett. Jarrett trying to get away from his marker. Still Jarrett just outside the area. Pushes it into Dicchio, who side foots the ball. And North End have got a free kick. Leeds bring all 11 players back to defend this free kick. There's an enormous gap to the keeper's right. And Stock it is. Goal! Stock puts Preston North End in front. A beautiful, magnificent drive placed to that left vacant position that I was just describing in commentary. An excellent free kick and a goal, Adam, which has been coming for some time.
Undoubtedly deserved that goal. Clever by Stocky, you know, the wall was set up, the keeper was unsighted on the right side and he didn't need to hit it too hard, he just guided it into the bottom corner, and that's what he's all about as well. He's got that cleverness about him, and he started off this game really well. I think that's his first goal for the club, so it's brilliant.
As the ball is with Chris Sedgwick inside the area. Sedge gets in the cross and the ball headed off the line. The danger hasn't been cleared. The ball hits and it's in! Preston North End have got that second goal. It's Brett Ormrod absolutely forced into the net. Preston North End lead by 2-0. Excellent play by Chris Sedgwick, sheer determination. The ball went into the net in instalments, I have to say. But Brett Ormrod, for the second home match in succession, has forced the ball into the net, and that might just be enough to put Preston North End into 4th place and leapfrog Leeds United. Crowd noise is absolutely deafening. It's so important to both sides. The ball played into the area, headed away by Kelly. Ball knocked down and cleared up towards the halfway line, and Holtz with a wasted ball, and that's mine, says Graham Alexander, and it is, and he just plays it back to Carlo Nash. David Healy comes to try and close him down, but the ball cleared away. It through to David Nugent. Nugent just outside the area. Ormrod in support. Nugent trying to make way for a spot. Ball bubbling in. A goal! Preston North End have scored! David Nugent has put Preston North End into the lead. It was a goal made absolutely out of nothing. And the Preston North End travelling army of support have gone absolutely ballistic. And Preston North End here at Allen Road lead 1-0. Callum.
It's a wonderful goal there, Davey. He's just got it on the edge of the 18-yard box. He just ran straight in the goal. Fantastic feet at the end. Just a wee shimmy in his feet. Shifted the ball from his left to his right, and then just poked it past Neil Sullivan. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Preston North End lead by 1-0. The ball played forward up towards the edge of the area, and Leeds United have got a free kick in a position of danger. Leeds United trying to get back as Lewis plays the ball in and has scored. Eddie Lewis has scored, sends the ball scorching into the top corner. It's a postage stamp goal, and the noise now unbelievable. Leeds United back on level terms at 1-1. The Leeds United supporters have gone absolutely balmy. We've got a quarter of an hour of the match remaining. You say nicked a goal, but it really was an absolute classic. Just talk us through it.
I remember, they giving the ball away. Kenna picked her up. I was out wide. He gave it to me first time. Running at Sean Greig and I've cut inside. I was about to shoot. I took an extra 3 or 4 touches. I thought I was going to lose it. But they can't touch you when you're in the box like that. So it would be a penalty. I thought someone was going to attack me. But I've got my toe end on it. It's gone in the bottom corner, so wheeled away in jubilation.
Mears with the throw as the effects mic. You can Hear the wind whistling into that as the ball is played into the middle of the park. Now it's Leeds United with a run at the north end goal. Davis just gets a touch on it, but the ball is just outside the area, played into the box. The cross delivered in, and behind for a corner kick to Leeds United. Going to be left now to Kelly to take this corner kick. Delivered in to the area, and Leeds United have scored! Rob Holt's got on the end of that cross, and he's played the ball beyond Carlo Nash. And need I tell you that the Leeds United supporters have gone absolutely ballistic. The ball thrown down the line, headed away by Mawini into the middle of the door. A chance for Leeds United going into the area. The ball, wait, this could be number 2. Carlo Nash can't keep it out. And Leeds United have got a second goal, which should be enough, I would think, to take them to Cardiff. The Leeds United supporters jumping up and down. Bill, in the end, a disappointing night to what's been a wonderful season.
Well, we had it all, didn't we? We had Sesbic twisting his ankle in the warm-up. We had Brett Ormerod, fractured fibula. We've got Nashi, fractured cheekbone. We shaded the first half. The lights go out at half-time. And in the end, it just isn't to be. We've lost the first goal, which was crucial from a set play. But, you know, looking at the big picture, I've got to say very, very proud of the players, the efforts of this season. And they've been magnificent. And we've got to be very pleased with the achievements of this season. You know, we live and learn. It just isn't to be. And we now dust ourselves down and look to the future and remember nights like this, because, as I say, you've got to look at the big picture, and the big picture is it has been a wonderful, wonderful achievement again this season from every single member of the staff in there, the playing staff and the technical staff. And again, a huge thank you to all the fans.